Hello guys, welcome back to Life with Paulie. So today's video I'm going to show you the diesel air heater that I got. This is a car parking heater. I would like to say to start off with, this is not sponsored in any way. I did not receive this for free. I'm not going to provide any link in the description down below to this diesel heater, but you can look up the name brand and search for it on Amazon. There's lots of different sellers. Now, when you're going to buy a diesel air car parking heater, you want to research different sellers because different sellers are going to have different prices. Now, the one that I got here in this box is a good diesel air heater. This one has a handle and wheels on it, which most diesel heaters don't. If you're going to go for the one that costs $100, it doesn't have the wheels on it. It doesn't have the handle on it to pull it around and move it freely. So keep that in mind. Now, there are diesel heaters that you can get that are like $100, 99 bucks, that are kind of metal based and they got metal casing and things like that. And sometimes the diesel, where you hold the diesel fuel, sometimes the diesel tank is separate from the diesel heater. This is all built in one, so keep that in mind. Now, the original one that I was looking at, and this is H Calorie diesel air car parking heater. H Calorie is what you got to look up. Like I said, you could use this in your home, you could use it in your SUV, your RV. Perfect for home in case your furnace breaks down or something like that and you're without heat. You can actually use this as long as you have some type of power. You can also hook this up to a car battery also. Say you don't have power in your house and you don't have heat, you can actually hook this up to a car battery and have heat in your home while you're getting your furnace fixed or whatever the case may be. Now, this is a little bit of a better diesel heater, like I said, because it's got the handle and it's got the wheels on it, and it came very well packaged in this box. And as you can see here, this is the top of the diesel heater here, and it is plastic encased. All the elements are encased in this. This door here opens up, and this is where your diesel goes, your fuel for the diesel heater. Now, you can take these apart and replace the parts in them. The thing about diesel heaters, every diesel heater eventually is going to need new parts. It's going to need a new fuel filter. It's going to need a new glow plug and things like that. These work off of a glow plug. So eventually the glow plug will give out and you're going to have to replace that for this diesel heater. But this diesel heater looks pretty nice to me, and it looks pretty well put together. Hang on one second, and I will get it out of the box and show you the other things that came with it. Okay, guys, so this is the front of the diesel heater. This is where your heat would come out, and there is actually a screen here that, of course, you got your heat controls and things like that. But the good thing about this one too, and most other diesel heaters, almost all of them come with a remote, but it does have a remote, so you don't have to actually use this. Now, sometimes you'll get these and the screen will be broke or whatever. On this, the screen, of course, is not broke. As you can see, it had a protective cover over it. And this screen is actually attached to it. Sometimes diesel heaters come and the screen is not attached and it's separate, and I think that's how they get broken and they get crunched. So keep that in mind. There are locks here on this diesel heater which you can take off to open up. Like I said, there's going to be parts that you're going to need to be replaced after you use it so much. This right here is the handle that you could pull out. It has a lock and it locks. You can pull it out and you can wheel it around. It has wheels on the side here, as you could see, and it's H Calorie. This is the model right here, H Calorie diesel heater. And over here on this side, this is the exhaust fan, and this is where the exhaust comes out. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that the exhaust is not touching anything that is burnable. This gets very, very hot. and it will, the exhaust, you'll see the pipe in a minute. I'm going to show you the pipe that goes on here for the exhaust. This has to be vented outside somewhere, whether it be in your car, you drill a hole in the floor of your car, or whatever the case may be to put the pipe outside. It should be vented outside of your house, your car, your van, your RV, whatever the case may be. Now, the only thing that this diesel heater didn't come with is the it's like a dryer vent type thing that goes here with a hose, so you can actually move the hose into a direction that you want the heat to go into. But that's not a big deal. You could buy a dryer vent hose right at the hardware store. They're very cheap, $5-6, and you can have the dryer vent hose. You just buy the dryer vent hose and a clamp to go around this, and there you go. That's the only thing that didn't come with this diesel heater. Now, the first diesel heater that I was going to get was not like this. It didn't have the handle. It didn't have the wheels. And guess what? It was $289. That's right, $289 for that. And this one, $189. When you're buying a diesel heater or any type of product on Amazon, you want to search different sellers, because different sellers are going to have different prices. Like I said, the original diesel heater that I was going to buy was $289. It didn't have the handle, didn't have the wheels, didn't have the built-in screen like this. Okay, $189 for this. That is not bad at all. And like I said, it's in a plastic, it's in a plastic compartment. Everything is self-contained. You can open this up. Like I said, I don't know how you would open it up. You pull these. Anyways, you can open it up to replace the parts in it. You do get a manual with it, which is right here. This is the manual that you get with it. I haven't read through the manual too much yet, but I probably will. But I haven't read through that yet, but I will. I haven't even used it yet, and I'm not going to show you the setup right now or anything. I just wanted to show you exactly how it came and what it came with. Now, most diesel heaters, when you get them, they only come with this, okay? Most diesel heaters, they only come with this wire right here. Those two circle clamp things clamp onto the diesel heater right there. As you could see, there's red and black. I think you could see them there. Here, let me turn this around. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, as you can see there's red and black. This wire goes to, of course, the red and the black. And then you would run this to a battery or your power source. You can also run it to an adapter, okay? Now, most diesel heaters only come with this. They don't come with an outlet thing you can plug into a regular outlet. They come with this, and you have to hook it up to a battery or you have to buy an adapter. But this model that I only paid $189 for came with the adapter, guys. Look at this. It came with the adapter that plugs right into the diesel heater, and it plugs right into your AC wall outlet. As you can see there, it'll plug in right there. This model came with the adapter. Most do not. So that is a really good deal. For $189, that is a steal. This is the exhaust pipe, okay? And as you could see, it's bendable. You can bend this. This is the exhaust pipe. This would go on this side over here, hook up to that. That is your exhaust, and they also include a muffler. This muffler could be mounted anywhere outside of your car, your SUV, on the outside of your house. This is to make the diesel heater a little more quieter, so it's not as noisy. And it came with two clamps, okay? Two clamps for basically your exhaust. And it also came with a remote, which I don't know what I do with the remote now. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Here is the remote. It's like a keychain remote it comes with, and this is good because you could be sitting down and you got your on and off switch, you got your heat settings, you can lower it or up the heat settings, and you don't have to bother getting up. Very cool product, very well put together. I am going to be doing a setup on this, and I'll do a separate video for that. As of right now, I'm not going to do it, but yeah. So this is what you would use if you're going to hook it up to a battery. You would use this, okay? You would use the red and black, positive and negative. This right here is the thing where you plug the AC power outlet adapter, and you could plug it right into your wall or into your power station. You can also plug it in your power station. And the wheels are very well made. They are like a heavy plastic. They look to be very well made. I probably won't be pushing it around anyway. And as you can see, it's not that big, really. I mean, it would be able to fit into a small car if you were sleeping in your car or whatever the case may be. It's not very big, so it would not take up very much room at all. I love it because it's all self-contained. And here is the model number right here that you can look up on Amazon. And like I said, when you're shopping on Amazon, don't go for the first one that you see, because I had a diesel heater originally saved on my Amazon. You know how you can add it to your cart or you could save it to your list. I had it saved for a very long time, and that diesel heater was $289. And it was just a regular one. It didn't come like this one. It didn't have the handle, didn't have the wheels. It only had this thing. It didn't even have an adapter with it. Or no, wait a minute. That one did have an adapter with it. But usually they don't. Usually they just come with these, and you have to hook it up to a battery, or you have to buy an adapter separately. But this one, of course, like I said, came with the adapter already. Because if you got to buy an adapter, if you buy one of these, if you buy an adapter separately from a diesel heater, it's going to cost, I think adapters are anywhere from $30 to $80. So it's going to cost more money. So it's better just to get it all in one where you have it all together. This was a great deal, $189. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. I paid for this out of my own pocket, and I will be doing a setup and things like that and testing it out, and I will let you know ahead of time. I'll let you know how it works out and how good it works. As far as I know, they say that the diesel lasts a pretty long time, especially if you have it on low setting, that it lasts a very long time. It could last a few days, a tank of gas. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll check it out. The only thing that I'm going to get is a thing for this, which is a dryer vent hose, like I said. Now, you don't necessarily need that. If you just want to stick this in a room and you just want to heat the whole room and you don't want to, like put the air over here or put the air over there, put it in a certain spot, then you don't really even need the dryer vent hose. But if you want to move the air around into different spots and having it directed towards somewhere else, then you're going to want the dryer vent hose, which dryer vent hoses are very cheap. Dryer vent hoses are way cheaper than buying an adapter that plugs into the wall. So keep that in mind when you're looking. Any type of product on Amazon, do your research before you buy it. And sometimes even it's better to wait a couple weeks, few weeks, or a month, and then check back on the product again. If you can't find this exact one for $189, wait a few weeks if you can and check again. You're bound to find it. And this was a very good deal. A lot of times, the diesel heaters on there, some of them you can get for $95, $100, and they're like big, skinny metal boxes. Sometimes the air, this is where the air comes out, the hot air comes out. sometimes that is separate from the tank, and you got to mount the tank somewhere else, and then you got to mount the heater somewhere. And then, like I said, they don't come with the adapters and all that with it. So you want to make sure you got an AC adapter, so you could just plug it into a wall like that, or you could plug it right into your power station without having to go through the trouble of hooking this up to a battery or buying a adapter to go with it and spending extra money. Like I said, $189 for this was a wonderful deal, and I will be getting another one just in case. Not right now because it's almost summertime. Today it's 61 here in New York. I live in New York, if you don't know, and it's 61 today. It's supposed to be 60s the next few days, and yes, it is going to get cooler at night, but it's not cool enough for where I need a diesel heater, so I won't be using this again until wintertime here in New York next November, or this November coming, I won't be using this, but I will be getting another one. It's always good to have a couple of these just in case something happens. Say the glow plug burns up and you got to change it. It's always good to have extra of these. So if you're in a situation where you might be without heat, and if one breaks down, it's always good to have a backup. So keep that in mind. But go on Amazon, H-Calorie, again, diesel heater. This is the one with the wheels and the one with the, with the handle that you can, push around if you need to, lug around if you need to, or transfer without it being a pain in the butt. But like I said, it's very small, very compact, and would fit in a lot of small cars even. So yeah, I'll let you know how it works, and I will show you after I get it set up and things like that. And I hope to see you in my next video.